Achen nodded slowly, still in shock. She gathered her things quickly and left the office that night without saying much more. The next few days were awkward. Nikem did everything she could to avoid being alone with Chief Akiki. She focused on her work, stayed busy, and tried to keep their conversations strictly professional. But it was hard. Every time she looked at him, she could feel his eyes on her, and every time they spoke, there was an unspoken tension between them. Then, one Friday evening, something happened that changed everything. It had been another long day at the office, and once again, Achen found herself staying late to finish some last-minute tasks. Most of the staff had already left, and the building was quiet. Just as she was about to leave, she heard Chief Akiki's voice from behind her. "Achen, can I talk to you for a moment?" he asked, standing in the doorway of his office. Achen hesitated. She knew she should leave, but she didn't want to seem rude. "Okay, sir," she said quietly, walking into his office. As soon as she stepped inside, she felt a strange tension in the air. Chief Akiki closed the door behind her, and Achen felt her pulse quicken. He walked over to her, his expression serious. "Achen, I've been thinking about you a lot lately," he said, his voice soft. "I know I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. I care about you." "Sir, please, we shouldn't," Achen started to say, but before she could finish her sentence, Chief Akiki stepped closer, reaching out to gently touch her arm. "Achen, I've tried to ignore these feelings, but I can't," he said, his voice full of emotion. Achen looked up at him, her heart racing. For a moment, she felt a surge of emotion, fear, confusion, and something else she couldn't quite identify. She knew this was wrong. She knew she shouldn't be here, alone with him, letting him touch her. But in that moment, all the rules, all the things she knew were right, seemed to blur. Without thinking, Achen found herself leaning in, and before she knew it, their lips met in a kiss. For a few brief seconds, the world around them disappeared. But as soon as the kiss ended, reality came crashing back. Achen pulled away quickly, her heart pounding in her chest. I'm sorry," she whispered, her voice trembling. Chief Akiki looked at her, his expression full of regret. "No, I'm the one who's sorry," he said, his voice heavy with guilt. "This shouldn't have happened." Achen nodded, feeling a wave of shame wash over her. "I need to go," she said, grabbing her things and rushing out of the office before Chief Akiki could say another word. As she walked home that night, Achen felt like she was in a daze. She couldn't believe what had just happened. She had kissed her boss, a married man. What had she done? When she got home, she sat on the edge of her bed, her mind racing. She knew she had made a mistake. A huge mistake. But now, it was too late. She couldn't take it back. What was she going to do?